What is going on, New York Giants fan? Welcome to another video from Hit Squad Productions. In this video, I want to look at Kwity Paye out of Michigan. I think he could potentially fit a position in need that the Giants do have, but does he fit that position in need? So let's take a look at Kwity Paye. Now, as you guys know, we had a top 10 defense last year, and that was without a solid edge rusher coming off of the side. Now, even though we had a top 10 defense, I think that if we can get a pass rusher on the outside, that could take this defense from a top 10 defense to even a top 5 defense. Now, I've been on record as saying I think the Giants should look at Gregory Rousseau out of Miami, but the more I watch Kwity Paye, he really jumps off the screen. Now, he's rated as a top 5 pass rusher in this year's draft. He's 6'4", 271 coming out of Michigan, which is the same college Jabril Peppers came out of. So we got some familiar Wolverines. But what I like about Kwity Paye is he's a hard hitter. He's got some speed on him. He can put his hands in the ground. He can get to the QB. He can really dominate the field and be a difference maker on your defense. Now, when you look at Kwity Paye, his stats don't really jump off on the stat sheet. And that's fine. And I know a lot of Giants fans, they'll look at Kwity Paye and they'll look at his stats and say, why would you even consider taking this person in the first round, let alone the 11th overall pick? And I understand that. In 2020, he had 2 sacks, 12 solo tackles. 2019, he had 50 total tackles. He had 24 assisted tackles, 6.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble. So definitely a better year in 2019. But Kwity Paye, to me, when you watch him, he does have some concerns, and I'll get to that a little bit later. But he would easily be our best pass rusher on this defense. Now, in 2020, we lost Lorenzo Carter to an Achilles injury, and he looked like he was going to have a great year, just off of his production prior to the injury. We also did have Kyle Fackrell, and even though he missed some time due to injury, he was still pretty solid for us, and I think the Giants should bring him back. So we don't know too much about Lorenzo Carter. We don't know how he's going to be coming off of this injury, but this will be his 4th season. He's going to be playing for a contract, so we should see a better Lorenzo Carter on the field. Kyle Fackrell, if we can bring him back on a cost-effective deal, I think the Giants should be wise on bringing him back. Now, we did have players like Oshane Ximines, who we kind of lost due to injury. I couldn't even really tell when he was on the field compared to his first season. And we traded Marcus Golden to the Cardinals for the 6th-round pick. Now, we did have some late-round rookies like Carter Coughlin getting in there and getting it done. You saw that in Seattle. But the edge rusher position is definitely a weak spot on this team. And you saw that these injuries really affected the Giants. And there was one point where we didn't have an edge rusher on the team due to injury. We had David Mayo coming off of the ball. And you can't have a 3rd-string linebacker on any other team play edge rusher and expect, great productivity. Now, my issue with Kwity Paye is he a fit in this defense under Patrick Graham? This defense really sticks to a lot of 3-4. They play a lot of nickel defense. And I know the Giants and Patrick Graham could draw up ways to fit Kwity Paye into their system because we've seen Patrick Graham do that with players. But to me, looking at how this Giants defense gets their pass rush, it's supposed to come from your typical standing up edge rusher. That's just how I see this defense. And usually that's how this type of defense is tailored. And Kwity Paye fits more of a 4-3 defensive end in my opinion. But he does put his hands in the ground. So to me, I'm just not too sure. Now there are stances in Michigan where he was a standing up linebacker. He does absolutely have the talent to be that type of linebacker. But are the Giants willing to take a project at the 11th overall pick? I'm just not sure. Now, if they trade back, I actually wouldn't mind this. Now, to me, again, he does fit as a 4-3 defensive end. And for this scheme, we do need a stand-up edge rusher like Greg Rousseau or even like a Micah Parsons. Now, I understand a lot of people aren't sold on Greg Rousseau. I completely understand that. To me, I think he has a high ceiling and sideline-to-sideline speed when you watch him. Now, should the Giants select Kwity Paye with the 11th overall pick? Personally, I don't think it's a fit. I think this defense requires you to play a different role. And for the pass rush, we really do need a solid linebacker to come off the edge. So if I'm looking for a linebacker to come off the edge, if Micah Parsons is there at 11, you go get Micah Parsons. Because I really do think that with Detroit getting Jared Goff, they are going to select a wide receiver. I'm sure they're going to let Kenny Golladay walk. But if Micah Parsons is there, you don't turn your back. You go get Micah Parsons. You pair him with Blake Martinez, and you just fixed your linebacking core. Now, I think Kwity Paye, he's a hell of a player. He's going to do great in this league. I'm not sure if he's a great fit scheme-wise. Now, you can make up the argument that we could drop ways, again, to fit him in the scheme. But when I see this defense, We have three guys currently, Dalvin Tomlinson, Leonard Williams, and Dexter Lawrence, that put their hands in the ground and they get pressure that way. This defense needs someone on the edge that's standing up, got some speed on him, got some good hands, that can get to the QB. Our issue isn't in the interior. It's the pressure coming from the outside, and you saw that this year. But let me know your thoughts below. How are you guys feeling about Kwity Paye out of Michigan? Do you guys think we should select him 11th overall if he's there? Let us know your thoughts below. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Leave a like below. Follow us on Twitter. The link will be in the description. We'll see you guys in the next video.